Let's draw! What's Jabel and Jabels? Hello and welcome to another episode of Let's Draw, the exciting video series where you can see a time-lapse video of me drawing something on the computer. Here I'm using the program Clip Paint Studio or Clip Studio Paint, I can't remember the order, and I'm gonna draw Pikachu, a famous Pokemon, as a famous detective, because there's a Pikachu movie where a Pikachu detective. Pikachu is a type of Pokemon also, and also a specific one. So I decided to draw a series of these. I don't know if I'll be able to actually live up to this outrageous commitment, but here I'm doing one, so there's that. And the character that I'm combining Pikachu with is Detective Deckard from Blade Runner. I looked up some references to see what he's wearing. He has a very distinct wardrobe. I'm not sure it's very memorable, but the visual in the movie is very nice. And I don't think anybody recognizes like what he wore as specifically his outfit. I guess it didn't make a very strong, didn't have a very strong pop culture legacy, but it is very interesting. There's a lot of plaid and the interesting fabrics and buttons and stuff. Well, here you can see I'm drawing. I'll just describe the process. I'm trying to make it not look so very creepy and failing terribly, because if you do cartoon drawing of Pikachu and then you try to render the cartoon drawing to appear three-dimensional, it just looks horrifying. So I'm just gonna, now we're gonna watch me failing in drawing this Pikachu head over and over, just working on it, trying to figure out what's wrong, why does it look terrible, and in the end I understand that you just have to recombobulate the entire Pikachu anatomy so it looks cute. And a little bit later, after you see me, I'm starting to go on the right path here, I just cleverly opened the window in a browser and looked at how they made the Pikachu detective character cute in the movie, and then I'm trying to move towards that expression, and here it is. His head is more round, has big eyes, and whatever. Let's just keep jumping into it. Now I'm doing the color flats, and because I don't want to have outline at all, I really have to make sure that I get the outside line of the color flats accurate. So you can see the lines whenever they flicker like that on the time-lapse video. That means I'm doing the line and then I'm hitting undo and then doing it over and over again until I am satisfied with the line, and then I don't click the undo and I just keep it. And each flat color is in its own layer, with the benefit that you don't have to watch your edge when you're doing something that's overlapped by a layer of color above it. Alright, doing the color flats. So I shouldn't say well, now I've done that, and I was pretty happy with how the initial look with this brush that is like a particle spray brush. It looked a little bit photographic or something like a newspaper image when you can see all that noise. And I kind of liked it, and I decided that I will use some kind of technique that utilizes this noise or this effect. Surely we'll see what it basically is. Here, now you see when it's a cartoon-like, it looks like sort of like a cute Pikachu, but when you add the three-dimensionality, that's when it starts creeping you out. So what I'm doing is I'm using a a technique where I'm doing an opaque color with this spray, and I'm doing 3 shades of this opaque color with the spray to shade the character like this. And then after that, I'm adding a layer of a soft spray, one that has transparent gradient inside of it. It's not particulate, it's steps of transparency, and I'm setting that layer to multiply. And what happens is that the effect of the 2 layers combined kind of gives you it. I don't know. I think it's very nice. I enjoy it a lot. It looks very interesting. It has a little bit of a photographic quality to it. I mean, it's not in hyper realism in any way, but I think it's pretty cool. I would keep experimenting with this technique. And also, it's kind of fast. This entire digital painting, not including various breaks and time between recording, I did it in 1 day, and it took overall 2 hours, though. Like from the beginning to the end, it wasn't just 2 hours because I had a lot of interruptions, including some kind of shouting at my apartment by a disturbed person. I don't want to get into it too much anyway. Well, so now I'm doing the same thing with the coat, and I have described the technique to you, and I really apologize because after I finish this stage with the coat, it doesn't even have the spray in it, I accidentally don't record doing all the rest of the boing. There you go, now it's finished. Alright, so trust me, it's the same technique. It's the spray with the particles, 3 shades, and then the soft brush overlaid on top of that. Afterwards, you'll see I also add lighting. I'm using the particle brush for the lighting to give it a strong contrast effect. And I think it looks really, really nice. I really like how the clothing came out. It looks just like a rendered character from a printed role-playing book, maybe like one of those nice color ones. I mean, maybe if you were to print it out much larger, you could keep going into detail more and more. There's a lot of room. There's a lot of place here to increase the effect. But for this Pikachu, it's gonna be on a computer screen eventually. I don't know, maybe it'll be for print, but if it is, that might be a legal problem for me. I don't know. So it's not certain what I'm gonna do with it, but if I do make several more, I will want to put them together, so there's only so much space this Pikachu is gonna take. I'm adding this little phrase to maybe clue people into which detective this Pikachu is, with the line from the original title from Philip K. Dick's novel that was adapted to the film Blade Runner, though it doesn't have really that much to do with it. But I mean, if you read the book, Philip K. Dick is a great author. I highly recommend almost all of his books, except like maybe 3. I haven't read all of his books, but I've read quite a few of them, and there's only 3 that I didn't like, and the rest I just love. They're great. Philip K. Dick is a great author. Alright, so here we are, coming up to the end. I've signed the picture, and we'll look at it a bit closer, and you'll note that I forgot to do the buttons. It doesn't hurt it so much. I mean, it's okay, but I didn't render the buttons for some reason. I just forgot about them. So as always, please comment what kind of detectives you want Pikachu to be. Hit like, subscribe, hit the bell notification button, follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Facebook, everything. Just do everything you can possibly can. Goodbye for all eternity.